Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today we got some news about The Walking Dead Season 9. Now, this has to do with casting news that most likely hints we will be seeing the Whisperers maybe around the mid-season or closer towards the end of the season. I would imagine we're going to get hints of the Whisperers early on, but we won't fully be in the Whisperer storyline until the second half. At this time, that's what I'm thinking. But the casting news, the first bit that broke. Now, I was waiting a few hours for more news. I could have sworn we were going to get news, casting news for Magna, but we didn't yet. If it's coming out when I'm uploading this, I'll do another video and we'll discuss that. But Lauren Ridloff, I'm not familiar with this actress, but she has been cast for Connie. Connie is a part of Magna's group, for those who are not interested in the comic book. I'm going to keep it spoiler-free, but this is a new mini-group that it's just like a small band of survivors, and they run into our characters. We are actually following them first in the time skip after the all-out war concludes. There's a time skip of a few years, and we are introduced to this new group first, and we actually follow them into the community of Alexandria, and we're reintroduced to the community and our characters that we know. Now, it appears that we might be seeing this remixed in a different way, meaning we will see our group, the survivors that we know from Alexandria, Rick and Maggie and everyone else, and then they will run into the group led by Magna. Now, in the comic, we have, for Magna's group, we have, here's an image of Magna right there. Not a really good clear image, but you can see brown hair, looks pretty about average, but then she has, you know what I mean, brunette, regular ass brunette. She might be, I forget, she might have like some Native American in her, something like that, but I'm not sure. Black and white, hard to tell unless it's very distinctive looks, you know. But I forget this gentleman's name. I believe this guy's name is Luke, if I remember correctly. This could be Ken or something like that. But here's Connie. When she first appeared, I thought maybe it would be an interesting way to introduce Michonne's daughter. To my surprise, that would actually come later, but don't worry about that. That's not in the show. Michonne's kid is definitely dead in the show, so they're going to be remixing that differently. Anyway, this is Yumiko. Now, Yumiko and Magna are very close, and then you have Luke kind of interested in Magna, and then I believe Connie and this gentleman are in a relationship. But again, they all follow Magna as the leader. Now, just as I was expecting the news to come out about Magna's casting, which I do believe this pretty much confirms it. We just now need to wait to see which actress is actually cast for the role. We have, I do not know this girl's name, but this came out. Eleanor Matsuura, cast as Yumiko in The Walking Dead Season 9. Now, this is her right here. Again, I'm not familiar with this actress either, but so far we got 2 out of Magna's group. Most likely we will see, I don't think it's important to get everybody in the group. I think Magna's one of the more important people, and they will likely flesh out these characters a little more than they did in the comic book. They appeared, and it looked like we were going to get a bigger storyline with these characters than we actually got, and we're still waiting to some degree to see what type of effect they'll have in the group. They're slowly assimilating within the group, so I'm interested to see what they do with Magna and her group on the TV show as they remix the story. It is getting a little I am getting a little nervous, though, because we have so many communities already. We have so many characters already, and they are adding new ones. And yes, there's new ones from the comic, sure, and I'm cool with that. I'm actually excited for comic characters, but I see more and more information floating around, and I'm trying to sift between spoilers and official news that's released. But I just came across this that said 9 new characters for the season so far confirmed. Magna, we just don't know what actress. Yumiko, now we know what actress. Connie, now we know. This Angel Theory, I have no idea what this is. Herschel Jr., Marco, Gustavo, Gomez, Ken. Here's a question mark for this guy. Brett Butler, and actually, as a matter of fact, I don't even know if these are confirmed. If these are confirmed, then I must have missed this. Zach McGowan, John Finn, and Earl. Now, I think it's cool we're getting comic book characters, and what makes me a little on edge, I guess, is some of these other ones that if they're remixed into the story and just very minor characters, then that's cool, but I just feel like the world is getting a little too big, you know? And if the show had a bigger budget, I don't think I would have those worries, but I just feel like it's grown far bigger than its budget can handle, you know? But again, I'll reserve my judgment for when we see what happens. Now, there was this little article. Someone pulled a quote from Johnny Odell, and this is from comicbook.com, from their Walking Dead branch. It says, talks about the time jump, and it says that Rick and Daryl's relationship will be at an all-time low. And it also says that Rick will be dealing with building up Alexandria, and Daryl will, and a lot of us did predict this, move between the communities in search of his place. Now, I did predict that he will likely kind of adapt the role that he was before all this kicked off, when he was starting to get used to life at Alexandria. He was going out with Aaron, looking for survivors. I kind of predicted he would bounce around and then stay at Hilltop for a time. He might have some type of remix story, taking some of Carl's story where he deals with Negan for a time. Again, if Maggie is still worried about Negan, she wants to keep an eye on him, and maybe possibly Daryl wants to find a way to kill Negan again without directly butting heads with Rick, or doing it with some tact. That would explain why a little bit of time has passed and Negan wasn't dealt with directly. Anyway, that's a stretch though, because of Daryl's temper. I'm not sure if he would have the you know, the cool-mindedness to chill out and not just go nuts and kill Negan as he sits in his jail cell. Anyway, they also released images for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4B. I thought I'd just show these off here. It seems our characters are dealing with the aftermath of Season 4A storyline unfolding, and there is a storm, a natural disaster that's going to be the main focus for at least a couple episodes when we kick the beginning of 4B off. And we have two characters here, Al and the woman with 7 names. I think that's her new official name. We have John here. I guess this is a house that they are seeking shelter at. It looks like probably the same place. We got Lucy in the same one, Strand in the inside of the house that kind of look the same. He's drinking, having a good time, and then the girl here dealing with this zombie. She will most likely get saved by you know, Morgan or somebody that wants to make sure the child is kept safe, or maybe Alicia does. I'm not sure. But we got John, the woman with 7 names, and Al probably figuring out where to go, and then we got Morgan with Alicia. Something about this image right here, I like this. I don't know what it is, but I like seeing Morgan with a little bit of a different look. The denim is working right there. So we have Al doing some work on her monster, you know, beast of a truck, and then here's the promo image of the cast with the storm that is coming. Now, I think that is pretty much it as far as news and announcements for right now. Like I said, stay tuned, because we will most definitely get an announcement for Magna and what actress has been cast in her role, and maybe the rest of her group if they are casting the entire group. We also have a prediction video coming up, death prediction video coming up. We have the trailer coming out this Friday, the Season 9 trailer. I am extremely excited for that. When that drops, we will do a number of videos covering it. We're going to do the things you missed, possibly. We are going to do a live video, just a half-an-hour discussion with all the fans. I will announce the time for that. We're obviously going to do a couple breakdown videos. It all depends on what's all in the trailer. Some different prediction videos based off of the trailer and things like that. And then that should start the avalanche of promo images and materials, so that way we can continue doing videos right up until the release or the premiere of Season 9. I am very excited for the premiere of Season 9. Despite all the negativity floating around, losing cast members or rumors and everything like that, Season 9 just has so much potential. It is the perfect storm of potential as far as a creative playground with the characters and the fresh new start and everything going on, and the new villains, which in my opinion there's a lot of rumors whether or not they're going to skip the villains called the Whisperers, and I don't feel like it's a smart idea to skip the villains. I have a video I'm still working on kind of articulating my point a little bit better because the helicopter's confusing the hell out of me. But my new video coming up will be what we will not see in Season 9. At this point in time, I'm convinced there is something that a lot of fans are theorizing about, and I just don't think we're going to see it. But it is not the Whispers. I do think we're going to get the Whispers, but I think this is going to be a little more like Season 4. Remember when Season 4 came, we had the flu. We were all expecting something with the governor right away, but we actually had the flu and then the governor, and it did like a slow rebuild, a restructuring remix, so to speak, of the governor's storyline and attacking the prison. And I strongly believe we will get that with Season 9. In Season 9, or at this point in the comic, we had so much material focused around Carl and taking him to the hilltop, him getting a job at the hilltop, and other material that is just irrelevant at this point in time. So we're going to get a strong remix, I believe, and eventually it will, it will snowball into more of the comic material being brought to life on the screen. So give me your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. What do you feel about this casting information? If you know these talented people, let me know. I'm going to look into the background, like I said. They're new to me. So, thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.